This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Hey photographer, Jessica Whitaker here, and in this video, I want to walk you through 8 things to consider before you turn your part-time photography business into your full-time job. These are all things that I did before I went full-time with my photography in 2017 when I moved to New York City, and I hope that they can help you make that calculated leap of faith. Before we get into it, I want to thank my sponsor, Squarespace, for making this free video possible. A photo speaks 1,000 words, but a polished and professional portfolio can get us those $1,000 clients. Enter Squarespace, the all-in-one platform for websites and domains. Photographers, it's time to be done settling for slow-loading websites with tedious plugins. I trust Squarespace's all-in-one platform to keep me booked and busy. Pick from one of their dozens of contemporary drag-and-drop layouts, host your custom domain and email with them, and even conduct successful email campaigns. Everything you need to run a successful photography business under their umbrella and at your fingertips. You can head to squarespace.com to begin your free trial, and when you are ready to launch your beautiful professional website, you can go to squarespace.com/Jessica Whitaker to get 10% off of your first purchase of a website or a domain. I've broken up the video into 3 sections with a total of 8 points. The first section is about the financials, how to know when you're financially ready to move into doing photography full-time. Number 1, do you have enough money saved up for an emergency fund? Some financial experts recommend 6 months to a year of expenses saved up, and this could determine how long it's going to take until you could move into doing photography full-time or part-time. There's a few different resources I'll link in the description box below, some free and some paid, that I recommend for really starting in your own financial education journey. My favorite being Amanda Holden of Invested Development. She has an incredible program which you can take to educate yourself when it comes to different investments, from retirement funds to stocks and bonds. I'll have her course linked down below. She also has a lot of amazing free resources over on her Instagram at Dumpster Doggy. Another amazing woman who's in finance that I recommend to check out over on Instagram is Her First 100K, and she's also recently launched a free podcast. An emergency fund is going to look different for everyone, and I recommend you doing the research to see how much you should have saved before jumping into a full-time job freelancing. Number 2, do you know your expenses for both your personal life and for your photography business? If not, I have created a free tool for you. It's a photography budget spreadsheet. It breaks down all of your expenses from living to SD cards, and even you can calculate your quarterly estimated taxes, so the money you should put aside for tax season. This free resource is linked down below, or you can go to jessicawhitaker.co/free budget. Knowing what your expenses are piggybacks off of having an emergency fund saved. You'll be able to go in to your full-time job now as a photographer, prepared and not blindsided with the money aspect. And finally, with finances, number 3 is, do you have enough clientele to be booked consistently for the next quarter so that you have income you can rely on, and bonus points if they've already paid the retainer? If the answer is no, photographer, don't worry, I have you covered. I'm going to share with you how to prepare and how to start getting booked consistently so that you can transition from part-time to full-time. And the answer is going to be in the very last point of this video, so keep watching. Number 4, make your workflow the best that it can be before you go full-time, so that once you can go full-time in your business, as much time as possible will be put behind the camera and not behind the computer. You won't be scrambling around trying to collect invoices, contracts, how to even set it all up. Put in the work after your 9 to 5 now, on the weekends, with that little free time you have. Instead of putting it into social media, put it into your workflow. This brings me to number 5, the 2 programs that I recommend for automating your entire photography business is HoneyBook and Unscripted. Both are fantastic, and they're at different price points with different tools depending where you are at in your business and what your budget is. You might begin with Unscripted and graduate to HoneyBook, or you might have already heard about HoneyBook from my previous videos. I'm gonna have them both linked down below, as well as coupon codes and free trials. All the information is in the description box. The main feature with both of these apps is that you can automate your business. So when a client contacts you from your contact form on your website, they can receive an automated email response. And then you can schedule them in once you agree on a date and time, and then it will enter them into a workflow where you can send out the contract, invoicing, have payment plans even, so your retainer, and then the final payment, or split it up into as many payments as you want. Then you can also have other emails be sent out as reminders, follow-ups, thank yous, testimonial requests. All you have to do is set up a few different systems within the program and then plug it in for each client. It takes a bit of time, especially with HoneyBook, to explore the program, but that's why I actually have a 2-week free trial for you linked down below. Really utilize those 2 weeks to explore the features. Same for Unscripted. They're both intuitive programs, but it takes a bit of time for customizing. That's why you want to do all of this before you go full-time in your business, so that everything is set up to work like a well-oiled machine. Number 6, having a solid lawyer-drafted photography contract. HoneyBook and Unscripted both offer photography contract templates, which are fantastic starting out places, especially when you don't have the budget right now to invest in something a little bit more in depth. They're a bit more bare bones, but they're a great place to begin, and I recommend you checking them out on both apps. But what I ultimately recommend for lawyer-drafted photography contract templates is Contractista. If you want a more in-depth photography contract that protects you against a variety of different instances, including cancellation, rescheduling, my number one recommendation is Contractista. Contractista will be linked down below, or you can go to jessicawhitaker.co/photography-contracts, and I have a coupon code for you at checkout if you're interested. Beyond the photography contracts on the website, there's also contracts for coaching calls, mentoring. There's contracts if you are doing graphic design, even event planning. Investing in a solid photography contract is invaluable when it comes to protecting you, your business, and your photography clients. Check out Contractista in the description box below. Now we're going to move into the last portion, which some of you are going to be annoyed about. You're not going to want to listen to me, but if you want to know how to start booking clients consistently, listen up. Is your photography website finished? Is it optimized? Is it easy to navigate? Number 7, instead of focusing so much time on growing your photography social media or just perfecting your Instagram account, focus in on having your website fully set up and the best that you can make it. I want to know from you, and I would actually encourage you to pull up your photography website right now when you're watching this video. Is it clear on your website what your name is, what city you're based out of, what kind of photography you specialize in, and is it clear what your prices are? I also want to know, is your website easy to navigate on both desktop and on mobile as a client? And you have to do an honest evaluation of this. Today's episode is an exciting conversation and lesson from my web developer, web designer, and copywriter, Amanda Berg of the website Workroom. In this episode, Amanda is going to be teaching us how to truly stand out from our competition with the words that we have on our website, as well as the functionality. How do we get people onto the contact page and get booking rather than exiting out of your site or maybe ghosting you in your inbox? If you are ready to listen and to learn, grab your notebook, and this is going to be a zero fluff conversation on websites. If you're ready to give your website a review, if you're ready to update it, revamp it, or give it a whole new look, I'm so excited for you to listen and learn from Amanda Berg of the website Workroom. Lastly, number 8, I want to leave you with 2 free resources for fixing up your website without hiring a web developer. Yet, might be later down the road you want to update your templates, but before that, you can easily DIY your own website. Number 1 is to watch my previous website review videos. Even though I'm not reviewing your particular website, it's okay. You can still pick up so many tips and tricks about how to make your site the best via somebody else's. The other free resource is my website review PDF guide. My web developer, Amanda Berg, and I go in depth about how to do your own website review. This guide is checklist style, and you can fix up your website in just one evening after work. Photographer, don't underestimate the power of an optimized website. Instead of putting your time into social media, invest it into optimizing your website using my free tools and guides. And when done right, you can prepare yourself to have your calendar filled up. Check out the free tools and guides I mentioned throughout this whole video down in the description box below. If you want to get serious about moving your photography business from part-time to full-time, I have many free resources. I also have my paid online workshop where I teach you in 6.5 hours how to market and manage your photography business in your own backyard on your schedule before you even go full-time with it. You can check out my online workshop at jessicawhitaker.co/workshop. I create free photography tutorials for your business here on YouTube every single week. So be sure that you hit subscribe so that you're the first to know when a free video for your business comes out. If you're looking to join a kind, encouraging, and inclusive photography community where you can ask questions and receive insight, join the free photography Facebook group called Build and Bloom. For daily tips, tools, and resources to grow your photography business, follow along over on Instagram at Jessica Whitaker. I believe in you and I believe in your business. Let me know in the comments down below which of the 8 tips you are going to implement first. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.